The Howling is a 1981 horror film starring Dee Wallace of Cujo fame. And if the title isn't giving anything away, this film is about werewolves. So, how is this movie? Well, actually really refreshing. It has an interesting blend of both horror, suspense, and comedy. Yes, this film has a little bit of comedy thrown in. Now, granted, this is mainly due to the fact that some moments from this film are a bit cheesy, but does this bring the film down? Not at all. I still had a fun time watching it. So, let's start with the plot. The plot of this film is this. A news anchor is being plagued by nightmares after a traumatizing encounter with a psychopath. So, as these nightmares progress, her shrink suggests that she needs a vacation, so he sends her off to live with a group of people who refer to themselves as the colony, quote-unquote. Now, these people are evidently off the rockers, and most likely high as kites, but Karen decides to just go with the flow and accept it. Although she begins to suspect that something is amiss when she hears strange cries in the dead of night. Now you may be thinking, Brandon, I already know that a werewolf is making that sound based on the title, so there's not really any suspense. Well, yes, but it still possesses a bit of fear because of the fact that it seemingly gets closer and closer every night, which was the only part of the film that really made my skin crawl. And as the plot unfolded, it took a much more different approach than the classic Wolfman film. And to be honest, that's kind of for the best. A lot of werewolf films, especially the ones today, follow a very similar formula. Man almost gets eaten by wolf boy, man survives, man realizes, oh shit, hair is growing where it shouldn't, and the moon is full. He starts killing people until eventually someone grows a pair and shoots him in the back with silver. However, a very different approach is taken here. I won't say what, but I will say that there is more than one werewolf, so it makes the chances of survival a little more thin, and the thrill is a bit more intense. Another thing that I found a little unnerving was that some of the werewolves were originally serial killers. So, Black gets an A+. Now the acting. The acting in this film is very convincing. I actually at times forgot I was watching characters in a movie and began to feel like I was watching real people. Take the scene where Karen has a nightmare. Her occasional whining and her tossing and turning adds a lot of points to her performance. Top it all off with a blood-curdling scream, and you got yourself a convincing performance. Next, let's discuss directing. Remember I said that this film was comedic due to the cheesiness? Well, that's evident from the opening titles, which give you the impression that you're about to watch a B-movie, and it kind of is due to the campy nature, but it still made the film very enjoyable. I had a lot of fun with the director's decisions, and once the film was over, even though the ending was confusing, I still was glad that I got to experience the movie as a whole. So, directing and acting both get A's. Overall, this was an amazing watch that will keep you entertained throughout. It's not scary. It's not exactly scary like It or The Exorcist, but it can get very intense and will leave you in suspense in some areas. So, all in all, I give this film an A. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.